PG-13, this is G.I. Joe, 2008. We don't have any of the figures or one vehicle for that year, for 2007, but we're just going to go into 2008. And well, there is only one O-ring figure plus the convention ones. So we're going to start off with that. Now you're going to need to have 3 beachheads in order to complete. Alrighty. So we've got here, we've got Airtight, that is an O-ring figure. And then we've got Blowhorn. And we've got Gristle. Then we've got the Headhunter Bats. That looks pretty fantastic. And we've got the Headhunter Driver. And Headhunter Guards. I guess the Headhunter. Ooh, we've got the Headhunter Stormtrooper. Then we've got this guy here is Hotwire. Hotwire, he's the Bats mechanic. Then we've got Longarm. This version of Low Light looks fantastic. Like, holy, version 7, eh? And then we've got Shock Blast, who we know as Shockwave. Is it Shockwave? Oh, yeah. I don't want to confuse him with Soundwave from the Transformers. Anyways, those are the figures for that year. So, I only have the one that I've carried over 3 times. As for the vehicles, there is 24 vehicles for this year. I have 4 and 1 parts one, so that's 5. And there is a HISS tank for this year. It does not have the vintage foot pegs, but it does have a tow hitch, so you can tow your vehicles. Now, the only drawback for this one is the canopy. How they made it here with this is not a nice piece, so you know, wear and tear, this could actually warp or break or snap, so you got to be a little more gentle with it. And that's the design of a lot of the newer ones that they've made, so that sucks. But it's a HISS tank, so the HISS tanks are pretty awesome. Now the Firebat for that year, Firebat is pretty awesome because you definitely can use some of these parts. You can put the seat in a vintage one, as well as, you know, these are different, well, they can still fit the engine covers, as well as you can interchange parts with the blue one, but the missiles are a little different for the other one, so I don't think those are interchangeable parts. The lasers may or may not fit. I have not tested that. But again, some people are charging 100, 150 for this tiny little jet. So you got to be really cautious where you buy that. They're going to try to screw you. Mine was new out of the package. So it is in nice condition. Very mint condition. I do love getting those vehicles like that sometimes. Now, this ram cycle, the saddlebags do come off. And it's still cool to have for your 3 3/4 figures. They might be able to put their hands on the handbrakes, but I don't know if they'll be able to fit on the handles too well. Now this one does not rotate. Huh. Oh. So I guess that sucks. But the engine, it's got some detail and stuff, so it's not too bad. And this Gatling gun does rotate, or laser cannon. So that's cool. Moving along, we've got an Armadillo. This Armadillo here has a little basket, so you can probably put some weapons or something in here. But the foot pegs, again, are not made for vintage for this year. Kind of sad that they don't keep vintage collectors in mind. And it's pretty plain underneath. Again, there's lots of different versions of the Armadillo. I have a whole bunch. We've done a video on it. And well, the parts VAMP that I did get, you know, it's got a little engine cover here. So it's got some detail in there. It's not too bad. Whereas that other year that we just looked at didn't have much detail. Now, the difference between the vintage one is that there's a metal. This one is plastic for the axles. I don't even know if this is actually warped. Nonetheless, I did not have the original parts for this, so I just wanted to, you know, put on a little basket, see how that would work, just for fun. And put a different laser cannon on it. So, you know, I do fix up some vehicles sometimes. I'll get parts ones, but I do love getting newer ones as well as vintage ones. So we'll, you know, the little differences, like this is plastic instead of a sticker. This is not the shovel that comes with it, but I just stuck on a shovel. And it might be a little roomier, because there are some of the newer VAMPs, they've got a lot more room in them. So that is all that there is for 2005. And like I said, there's 24 vehicles for that year. And we will have a quick look at the vehicles. If we didn't already, I don't think we did. Sorry, I'm a little tired in the mornings. And I'm remaking the video one more time, because usually it's nice to just do one take, and then you know, and knowing is half the battle. But we're gonna quickly go through the vehicles, because I do want to talk a little bit. So there is an Striker. Hopefully that comes in a little better. There is a Flight Pod. There is the Cobra Hiss. Now the one I have has weathering, so that's a different year altogether then. And the Conquest X30. There's the Cobra Rattler. There is another Hiss. There's a Mobat. And this one has no tow hitch, so that's how you know. Then there's the Night Spectre, which is the shark. And then we have the Firebat that I have, the Hiss tank, the Striker, the Shark Tooth, the VAMP, and we have a Hummer, that's a SWAT vehicle, Hot Wires mechanic or mechanized, and we have a Cobra Claw. This is not for the vintage figure. Mass Device, Weather Dominator. Then we got a Cobra Fang. This Fang has a different type of handle there, so it looks cool. Cobra Claw, an Armadillo tank, Cobra Flight Pod, and then we have the Ram Cycle. This Chariot has a open mouth on the snake. So that's the 24 items for that year, or vehicles. And if I went through it already, then it's going to be in the video twice. A little tired today. So anyways, well, all these countries that are fighting, basically, you know what I said in the last video, that China secured the oil from the Middle East there, Saudi Arabia. So basically, you wonder why the Middle Easterners would deal with the communists when the communists have enslaved over 1 million of them, over 1 million Muslims. So that goes to show you, you know, I believe that would go against your Allah. So anyways, another point is that communists are trying to choke off, well, if they're trying to control the oil, then they're going to choke off the West of oil, or they're doing stupid things like jacking up the prices here and there, or cutting the supply. And like I said, you know, Biden basically ran down the oil reserves again, so if there's a war, America's screwed that way. That's probably why they did it. Another thing is Germany had over a year to build up their military. They did basically nothing. So you gotta wonder if they have communists in their government. And even if they're ordering stuff, you know, they're not getting anything made today. So they've had over a year and they're basically still up probably 30%. And then we have North Korea sending troops to Ukraine. That is a bad thing. And then we have North Korea also supplying arms to Russia. And North Korea threatening to nuke the West. As well as Russia giving China more nuclear or uranium or nuclear enriched uranium to build nukes. So again, like the longer, I don't know, things are not good. Now they don't really care about how much trade they do with Europe, even though Europe does 50% trade with China, and then probably like another 50% trade with Europe, or it's probably 40% each, something like that. And then with the rest of the world, who knows? All as well as China buying up all that stuff in South America, you know, debt enslavement, giving all these countries loans. Same with Africa, and who knows? Oh yes, another thing is there must be something going on in Australia there, because it's not, something's not right there. Anyways, all Western countries should be building up their militaries, and you know, they should deal with North Korea, just level them before they level us, because North Korea basically will nuke us. So that's a given. You know, get a lot more defense systems set up, laser defense systems, to take out any nuclear threat or any missile threats or drone threats or underwater sub threats from North Korea. And well, China's threatening war, then you know, China can have their asses handed to them pretty fast. Pretty damn fast. America has way better technology, and they need basically all their 6th generation fighters. And well, you got so many more countries now building hypersonic missiles for Western countries, so we will be able to defend against the attacks from the communists. Basically, the whole point is nobody wants war. But these communists, they don't care. They're all working together, and they have a plan. So pay attention to that. And anybody out there understands that if China wants to be center of the world, that's why they're trying to get rid of Israel. So Israel better do something about Russia. You know, get rid of all the tyrants. Send in your hitmen to take out these communists. Then you know, maybe Russia will become a democracy. Because a lot of Russian people don't want to fight their own cousins, uncles, aunties, whatever, in Ukraine. And, well, there's a lot that are for democracy. So, basically, these communists are backing the same Middle Eastern countries that want to destroy Israel again, just like they had their 6 or 7 day war. So, basically, Israel has to do something, or else, well, they're going to get destroyed, because, you know, Iran's getting enriched uranium from Russia. Russia's giving it also to China. So you see what's coming. I mean, you can do something now before it's too late. You know, take out one of the elements, take out Iran, take out North Korea, and maybe Russia and China will be like, whoa. Then maybe they'll back off. Maybe that's enough to stop World War III. You never know. But something has to be done before they nuke us first. Alrighty. Thanks for watching. Take care, prepare, and Israel send out someone to take out this North